If you're just joining us, we do have these reports of shots fired, and now Katie Bauer able to confirm through Metro Police that at least one student has been shot there at Fern Creek High School.
But they're saying they're putting all the kids, as they're clearing the rooms, they're going to the ball field, and we're just hoping we can get through here so where we can just like her.
As you see this aunt running right now to get her niece because her mother is coming as well. They're moving all of the students all on the ball field. They're trying to empty the school totally, room by room, to make sure each child is safe.
Right now we're on Ferndale Road, and we just saw some SWAT team members enter a side door as they continue canvassing the interior of the school as well.
I know they said that one 16-year-old boy is on his way to the hospital, and I'm just praying that it's not Marquise or Markel.
So many people here, they're hugging, they're waiting, everybody trying to be so patient.
That injured student arriving at the hospital. Again, police are telling us the parents of this injured student know that it is their student, and the parents are there at the hospital with that student. So if you have not heard from police, your student is presumably okay, but it's very terrifying. You can only imagine for parents to get text or phone calls from their child saying, I'm scared, I don't know what's going on, our school is on lockdown, there have been shots fired.
Let's listen and see what we can find out.
Thank you all for remaining calm. I know that this is a situation you're fearing anxiety for parents. As I said previously, the information that I have, the school went on lockdown around 1 o'clock. The school was secured almost immediately. Local law enforcement takes control of the building at that point, and then they go through their security procedures. Once they are satisfied that the school is secure, then they begin releasing the students.
Are you waiting for someone?
Yes, my granddaughter.
Which school?
Fern Creek.
High school?
Yes.
Have you been able to get in touch with her at all?
No.
Okay. They said you are in the right place.
Oh, I
Stay
hope
here.
so.
Yes, you are in the right place. You see that almost everyone here has a phone, is on a phone, is texting, is talking. They want their children.
Okay, just after 1 o'clock this afternoon, our officers received a report of a shooting inside Fern Creek High School. They arrived, indeed found one victim. Fortunately, they do not have life-threatening injuries. Their injuries are non-life-threatening. They were transported to University Hospital. It was further investigation revealed that there was one shooter that apparently fled the scene immediately, left the premises.
The parents and the victim have been reunited. They are at the hospital together right now. There are no other injuries that we're aware of.
And I have to let you know there is some anger right now, too. Some parents who are saying, why aren't we more prepared for something like this? Unfortunately, when it has hit Kentucky before and has hit around the country, a lot of parents are angry. I have to also let you know there is a little bit of confusion. First, we ask everyone, if you were coming on this road, I've got to show you what this road looks like right now. And of course, this is what it looks like. People cannot get in, and people cannot get out. I don't have the answer to how you get here to your child, but I'm going to tell you what, you're not going to get down this road. The second problem, I have parents coming up to me saying, Dawn, my elementary school child is over there. I can't get to my baby. We're talking about small children. We were told that elementary school children would be released as normal.
You ask 25 different people and you get 25 different answers. You don't know what's going on. They worried about budgets and stuff. They ought to be having meetings how to plan for the worst case scenario, and they failed today greatly.
That's the feeling that we're getting. A lot of parents crying, a lot of parents just waiting, everybody trying to be calm. I have got to stress again, I know that people want their children if they can have someone drop them off, but nobody, Janelle, is going down this road at this point.
Here's what we have from JCPS, the very latest word from JCPS. Fern Creek Elementary School, we are told, is on lockdown, but again, they are still hoping to dismiss their students at the regular time.
Now, they are calling you over here. What was she worried about her ID?
Yeah, she's got to have her ID in order, I guess, to get out, just know who she's, who she belongs to.
And so she's worried because she doesn't have her ID.
Yeah, because it's in the room. It's in her room, and they've already left the room.
Okay, let's go over here. We're going to try to listen. I'm going to try to get in as close as I can. Excuse me. They are giving information to parents. Excuse me.
I would appreciate it that nobody snatches the child out of the crowd and stay back out of the roadway until we can get them in the tennis courts, and then we'll get everybody's kid to them as safely and as quickly as we can. But please make sure that you don't interfere with the route, okay? So we can get everybody down. We get them over on the far side. Yeah, if y'all can get them on the far side, the school will have a check off, and they'll check off the children as we're releasing them. Thank you all.
This is the plan. You've got to understand the plan has changed. Pardon me, I'm a little out of breath. The plan has changed a number of times. You see all the parents here? You see this yellow tape. Parents cannot go across the yellow tape. Some parents are slow moving because they want their child. You cannot have your child unless you have ID. I've had some parents who are worried. You can see the JCPS official here in the green. Apparently, they're going to put the children on the tennis court, let them out one by one. A parent will come up and show ID. A child will come up and show ID, and your child will be released.
As we heard police say, that suspect in the shooting, they believe, fled the school very shortly after that school shooting there at Fern Creek High School. So we are watching them as they search for this suspect. Police were not able to give us very much information about that, but there is a search for the suspect going on. We're monitoring some scenes here in the newsroom, but we don't want to put those on air yet because we don't want to give anyone a heads up about what police may be doing, give them a heads up that maybe someone's coming for them and make this a much more dangerous situation. Obviously, we know that person is armed with a gun.
And again, I was told by one police spokesperson that they do know who the shooter is. They know who they're looking for. So far, that person hasn't been apprehended. But of course, you can imagine if it's someone known to the students here at Fern Creek High School, when he comes into that classroom, everyone is going to know who that person is, whether it's a student or a former student, not a stranger.
We got a few kids that want to hug their parents. Police are saying, no, you can't do that. You've got to go into the tennis court here. I know that's hard.
It is very hard. It's very hard, especially when all you get is a text message. You can't get through to school, and no one's telling you anything.
The questioning has finished here, at least at the Fern Creek Fire Department, as far as we can tell. That's who was taken out in that van, and that's the latest information we have from here, Shannon, on those kids who witnessed this shooting today. But again, the good news is one student targeted who is expected to be okay, which is so unlike so many other school shootings.
We're hearing that the gunman, the person they are looking for, is indeed a student. Not sure at that school, but this person is 15 to 16 years old, described as a black male wearing a gray hoodie and black pants.
This is senseless. This is unacceptable. This cannot happen in our schools.
I heard it on TV. I know they said that one 16-year-old boy is on his way to the hospital.
You can see that so many people here, they're hugging, they're waiting, everybody trying to be so patient.
We're following a very sad day here in Jefferson County where a student at one of our schools has been shot. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shannon Kogan.
And I'm Janelle McDonald. This all started right around 1 o'clock when we started getting reports of some sort of incident at Fern Creek High School, and very shortly we got the reports of shots fired. We had crews that immediately went out to the scene, and that's where we find Wave 3 News anchor Scott Reynolds and reporter Katie Bauer. Guys, what can you tell us right now?
All right, well, Janelle and Shannon, we can tell you, of course, that the suspect remains on the loose from this shooting at about 1 o'clock here at Fern Creek High School. A 15 to 16-year-old black male, gray hoodie, black pants, that's all we have right now, fled the building right after shooting just one student, a student, if you've just joined us, who is expected to be okay, being treated at the hospital right now. All the other students on lockdown. What a chaotic scene it was here all afternoon long. From the moment of the shooting, dozens of squad cars coming on the scene, and then hundreds and hundreds of cars lining up Bardstown Road as parents tried to get here to reunite with their students. And Katie Bauer, you were here as some of those students, maybe the ones from the classroom where the shooting happened, were brought over here to Fern Creek Fire Department, which is just a couple hundred feet from the school.
Right, we saw the first evacuations of the students. Hands were over their head as they were escorted into the fire department to be questioned by police. One student told us that she was on the 3rd floor where the shooting occurred, and that police made sure to check every student. So they were actually doing pat-downs on every student on the 3rd floor.
You're about to hear from a student who was inside the hallway when those shots were fired, and parents who are about to pick up their students. Listen in.
Look, I was walking in the hallway, and the dude, he gonna shoot the pistol. The dude shot the gun. Dude, they was having an argument before dude let out a gun. We didn't know he had a gun on him, and then he gonna shoot the gun, and everybody just bailed out. We didn't know what was going on. Everybody was just running, and everybody was just going home. Everybody was like, go in your rooms, go in your rooms. Then they put us on lockdown. We was on lockdown for the whole 5th period.
We understand that someone is now in custody for this shooting, and we want to go to Wave 3 News reporter Myra Ansari, who is in Newburgh and can bring us up to date on the latest on this search and I guess an arrest now as well. Myra.
Well, Janelle, we are on Regal Drive. This is about 15 minutes away from the school. I'm going to step out of the scene where you can see police officers are here. They've blocked off a part of this neighborhood. Now, what neighbors tell me is that around 1:45, police officers came here. There were several of them. They had guns. They were looking for a specific individual at a specific house.
Live pictures here from Air 3 of that black SUV. Inside that SUV is the suspected gunman responsible for a shooting today at a high school, at Fern Creek Traditional High School here in Jefferson County.